Hey guys, so welcome to the last Wednesday in August, but do not fear, this is not the last haunted places in states video. I actually really like the lighting today. This is not the last haunted places in states video. Those will still be coming out. They'll all be me in this shirt, the ones in September, because my job does not have any days off in September. I have days off in October, but not in September. So I'll be able to film the October ones in October. But anyway, so now we're talking about another state. And this has about 13. And I don't know why. Okay. So again, this is my first time reading it. If there are any trigger warnings, I'll put them at the beginning. And I do not live in this state, so if I say anybody's name wrong, or if I say any part of the state wrong, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know where you want me to go down in the comments. You guys aren't doing that. I'm like, please let me know where you want me to go. Anyway, Windsor Hotel. Windsor Hotel was built in 1892, and this red brick Victorian hotel was the height of luxury. Now the hotel is one of the most haunted places in this state, and I got the chance to stay there on my visit. So this is written by someone who stayed there. Again, guys, I tell you, I always link the articles I use down below to give credit. The Windsor Hotel has had numerous incidents of people taking their own lives in the guest rooms. The hotel also had a notoriously faulty elevator in its early years, with multiple accidents involving people falling down elevator shafts. The victims of these falls survived, but the elevator continued to have issues for years. The most popular local legend says that one day in the early 1900s, a housekeeper named Emily was in the third floor hallway when with her young daughter Emma May, Emily was arguing with her lover, a local politician, when the lover angrily pushed Emily and Emma May into, you guessed it, an empty elevator shaft. The mother and daughter fell to their unalivement. Guests and hotel employees report feeling the presence of a little girl, hearing a child's footsteps on the third floor, and seeing the reflection of a woman in a third floor mirror. Room 333 is said to be the most haunted room at the hotel. But besides its proximity to the service elevator where Emily and Emma May perished, there's not really a known reason why. But if you stay in this room, you may hear strange noises and have your belongings mysteriously move on their own. I did not stay in room 333, thankfully, but I did stay on the haunted third floor. Can't say I actually saw any ghosts though, but you may have better luck. So this person stayed there and didn't see any ghosts. I would want to stay in room 333. 2. The Marshall House. The Marshall House is one of Savannah's best haunted hotels, and it has a rich history that contributes to all its hauntings. Established in 1852 under the stewardship of Mary Magdalene Marshall, it is one of Savannah's earliest lodgings and the city's oldest operational hotel. During the Civil War, the hotel operated as a makeshift hospital for Union soldiers, and once more in the midst of multiple yellow fever outbreaks. The lower floors, once a surgery chamber, harbor a chilling secret. In the 1900s, workers unearthed human remains believed to be the amputated limbs of soldiers concealed beneath the floorboards. The fourth floor is considered the most haunted part of the hotel. Room 414 is apparently the place to be if you want to experience the paranormal. During your stay at the Marshall House, be prepared to encounter disembodied voices, electronics and lights going haywire, the sound of footsteps, and doors inexplicably opening and closing on their own. Guests report seeing the ghost of Mary Marshall still enjoying her hotel. In the former room of author Joel Chandler Harris, the faint tap of a typewriter emanates. You may even hear and see the ghosts of children playing in the hallway, or Civil War soldiers with missing limbs in the lobby. There's so many reports of ghostly activity at the Marshall House. It's easy to see why this is considered the most haunted spot in Savannah. But even so, guests seem to enjoy their stay at the historic hotel. 3. The Pirate's House. The Pirate's House restaurant occupies one of Savannah's oldest structures, originally established as an inn in 1753. It swiftly gained notoriety as a gathering spot for pirates and seafarers. The restaurant compromises several interconnected buildings, including the Herb House, which is considered Georgia's oldest standing building. Inside the restaurant, you can still see the entrance to a tunnel used to kidnap and Shanghai men to make them part of a pirate ship's crew. Before it was sealed off, people reported hearing voices coming from inside the tunnel. Reports of shadowy apparitions are widespread, spanning from the upstairs gift shop to the banquet rooms. The staff will readily share their ghostly encounters if asked. During my visit, a waitress graciously gave me a quick ghost tour, directing us to the stairs of the Herb House where the figure of a boy typically appears. So they also went here, and so the staff is open to talk about ghostly experiences, which makes me want to go there even more. Old DeKalb County Courthouse. I think it's DeKalb. Tell me if I'm wrong. The historic DeKalb Courthouse, now the home of the DeKalb History Center and a wedding venue, harbors a few lingering apparitions. This is easily the most haunted spot. Its tumultuous history, marked by several fires and reconstructions, sets a somber backdrop. In its days as a functioning courthouse, it saw some pretty gruesome trials and even public hangings at the bandstand on its grounds. One staircase in the building is closed off to the public. This staircase was once used to move prisoners from their holding cells to the courtroom. Workers often sense an oppressive presence here, occasionally accompanied by phantom footsteps echoing on the steps. People also report seeing the spirit of a man who was publicly executed for unaliving his wife and children. He's most often seen in the bushes outside the courthouse. That's kind of creepy. The Ellis Hotel. The Ellis Hotel, formerly the Weinkauf Hotel, is the site of the deadliest hotel fire in U.S. history. It's no surprise that this hotel is still haunted by spirits. When the hotel opened in 1913, it was one of Atlanta's tallest buildings at 15 stories and was deemed fireproof, despite having no fire escapes, fire doors, or sprinklers. When a fire broke out in the hotel in 1946, the fire department arrived on scene quickly, but their ladders only reached up to 8 stories, and their nets could only withstand jumps from about 6 stories up. The fire killed 119 of the 208 guests. Many guests died jumping from the building. Today, guests of the hotel report the smell of smoke and hearing phantom footsteps and chilling screams. Even from across the street, people report seeing screaming and terrified faces in the windows of the hotel. The fire alarm sometimes goes off at 2:48 a.m., the exact time of the deadly fire. The Ellis Hotel is all up to code now. In fact, within days of the fire, cities all over the country began enacting more stringent safety ordinances. Yeah. A lot of people back then said, oh, our hotel is fireproof. Oh, this ship is unsinkable. Yeah. I'm glad we're all better with safety now. The Fox Theater. The Fox Theater is a gorgeous building built in the 1920s with Islamic and Egyptian design elements. This is the best place in Atlanta to see a live performance, but it also might be the most haunted spot in Atlanta. Among the theater's many apparitions is Roosevelt, the theater's most renowned ghost, who was the overseer of the boiler room until his passing in 1945. He doesn't like to be disturbed in his work and may slam doors and turn off the lights. There are even more eerie stories of shadowy figures roaming the building, sudden blasts of cold air, and odd technical glitches during shows. Every year in October, the Fox holds special ghost tours, so you can explore the haunted history behind the curtains of this iconic Atlanta landmark. Old Lumpkin County Courthouse. The Old Lumpkin County Courthouse, which now houses the Dahlonega, Dahlonega, that gold museum, was originally built in 1836 near the start of that gold museum's gold rush boom. That city's gold rush boom. The courthouse is said to be haunted by a tall figure in a hooded robe. The staff refer to this apparition as Tommy. People have seen Tommy in the courthouse windows and on the balcony. He's also been known to cause knocking within the courthouse walls, and even turn on the small model of the stamp press, which makes a startling loud popping noise, all by himself. Hull House Hotel, the alliteration. Hull House Hotel is one of the oldest buildings on this city's historic square. Throughout the years, it's been a private residence, a boarding house, and apartments for UNG students. It's also one of the most haunted places in this city. The hotel, as well as the Bourbon Street Grill and the art galleries that share space in the building, has plenty of paranormal activity to speak of. Your best chance of a ghostly encounter may be to stay in Sarah's room. When the hotel's owner was renovating the third-floor room, he found a walking stick engraved with the name Sarah in the walls. He accidentally broke the stick and took it home to repair it. The guest who stayed in the room following the renovation, who had no knowledge of the stick, told the owner that something had been taken from the room and needed to be returned immediately. The hotel owner returned the stick to the room where it is now displayed in a shadow box. Marietta History Center. The Marietta History Center is housed in the haunted Kennesaw House building. This building was first constructed as a cotton warehouse in 1845, later remodeled into a hotel, and then served as a hospital and morgue during the Civil War. When you visit the museum, you may experience unexplained noises, the elevator moving on its own, and see the specter of a woman that was once caught on the security camera. A lady in a pink dress, identified as the wife of the former hotel owner, often makes herself known to children visitors of the museum. Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield Park. Just to know if I'm saying this wrong, it's spelled Kennesaw. That's why I think it's Kennesaw. It could be Kennesaw. Tell me if I say it wrong again. As the site of bloody Civil War battles in the summer of 1864, it's no surprise that Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield Park, that's quite a name, is still home to some lingering spirits. 5,350 people died on these battlefields during the Battle of the Mountain. The deadliest battles took place at Pigeon Hill and at Cheatham Hill, which became known as the Dead Angle. While hiking the park's numerous trails, you may catch sight of a ghostly specter, hear the sounds of cannons and gunshots, or even smell blood and gunpowder. Locals with homes that back up to the battlefields have also reported the ghosts of Civil War soldiers stopping by for a visit. Bullock Hall. So, if you guys saw a cut, I'm gonna do kind of a summarization of this place. It used to belong to Teddy Roosevelt's mom, and it has a dark history. And the house's alarm system has gone off so many times for no reason. The Roswell police are weary to investigate the calls. They don't like having to search the attic. If you're on a ghost tour some night, you might witness the sight of the porch rocking chairs moving on their own. They say that some spirits are seemingly sitting on their porch watching you. So. Lake Lanier. In the summer, Lake Lanier is a vacation hotspot with a water park and vast lake. Even in the winter, the water park becomes a winter wonderland. But under all that is a haunted, tragic past lurking just beneath the water. When the man-made lake was created in the 1950s, they displaced a black community and flooded the valley. This submerged cemeteries and unmarked graves, leading to local legend that the lake is cursed. Since 1994, more than 200 people have died on the lake. There are also reports of something strange lurking beneath the water. Unnaturally large catfish, sunken houseboats, debris, and even body parts. One story says a car carrying 2 women drove off the bridge in 1958. People report seeing the ghost of one of the women, the Lady of the Lake, wandering the bridge at night. This is so sad. Like, why are people so evil? 13. Johnston Felton Hay House. The Johnston Felton Hay House, commonly just called the Hay House, is a stunning 7-story Italian Renaissance revival home built in 1855. But inside its beautiful facade are stories of the paranormal. There are plenty of odd things going on inside this mansion. Employees have heard unexplained voices, lights flickering, and even specters. One person even reported seeing the ghost of former owner Mary Ellen Felton looking through a chest of drawers. A visit to the Hay House is just one of the many great things to do on a fall weekend in this state. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know where you want me to go, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!